In the late 1960s, a psychologist sat 4-year-olds alone in a room with one marshmallow and made them an offer: eat it now, or wait 15 minutes and get two. Most kids couldn't wait, but the ones who could, researchers followed them for the next 4 decades. And what they found changed how we think about self-control. This was Walter Mischel's experiment at Stanford, starting in 1970. The kids weren't told any tricks, just a simple choice: one marshmallow now or two if you can hold out. Some kids grabbed it in seconds. Others covered their eyes, sang to themselves, sat on their hands, anything to survive the wait. Decades later, Michel tracked down as many of those kids as he could. The ones who waited longer as 4-year-olds had, on average, higher SAT scores, better stress management, lower rates of substance abuse, and healthier relationships as adults. The headline everywhere became, "Delayed gratification predicts life success. One marshmallow, 40 years of data." But the real finding wasn't about willpower being some fixed trait. It was about strategy. The kids who waited weren't grinding through raw self-discipline. They were distracting themselves, turning the marshmallow into an abstract picture instead of a real, edible thing in front of them. That's the actual skill. Not suppressing the urge, but changing what you're paying attention to. Here's the part most retellings leave out. In 2018, a much larger, more diverse replication by Tyler Watts and colleagues found something important. Once you control for family income and home environment, the link between waiting and later success gets a lot weaker. A kid from a stable home has less reason to grab the marshmallow immediately because they've learned adults keep their promises. A kid from an unstable home has learned the opposite: take what you can get, because it might not be there later. So delay isn't just a skill. It's also a signal of what a kid's life has already taught them about whether waiting pays off. That doesn't erase the finding, it deepens it. Delayed gratification is trainable, but it isn't happening in a vacuum. If your environment has taught you that rewards disappear if you don't grab them now, waiting isn't discipline. It's a bet against everything you've learned. The skill is real, but so is the context it grows in. So here's what to actually do with this. First, build small proof to yourself that waiting pays off. Start with tiny promises you keep to yourself and follow through. Second, when you're tempted to grab the short-term reward, don't fight the craving directly. Change what you're focused on instead. Distraction beats willpower. And if you're raising a kid or mentoring someone, the deepest thing you can give them isn't a lecture about patience. It's consistency, proof that waiting actually gets rewarded. If this shifted how you think, subscribe. New mental models every week.